Umama uShoba uke wasikrobisa nje ku-discussion ibikhoyo phakathi Department of Arts and Culture. So essentially the Department of Arts and Culture is working on a grading system, right, that goes about grading artists within the city, but I will allow Umama uShoba to speak about it, and we'll also do something unusual in the program. Umama needs to go. What we will do, Umama will speak about this grading system, and then we will take questions from the audience. Any questions that you would like to pose specifically to Umama, not anyone else. Lindanda will get your chance.
Thank you very much. We are in a process of grading our local artists because we've got events like the coming up summer season, which the municipality hosts. Then for those events, we do bring to the city some national artists. And then our local artists always complain. You give them hundreds of thousands, and then when it comes to me, you give me peanuts. So we are working on that. It's not an easy task. We are open to suggestions. Between the 31st of July and early August, we went around the city where we were asking for suggestions, where we were encouraging artists to register on the database of the municipality so we know how many artists we have, which is not an easy task. And we also want to know what you are worth, because there are emerging artists. Artists get born every day. So there are those emerging artists. We also encourage them to come on board, but we want to listen to their music, listen to their craft, and invite people who are knowledgeable in the field and tell us, now this one will have a scale maybe of 2 to 5, where we will see now, but this one belongs to this scale, and this scale is worth so much. So that we put it out there, you know where you stand, so that we try and eliminate rumblings of being robbed. We really also don't want our own artists to leave the city, because there's an exodus of artists. I'm going to Joburg, I'm going to Durban for greener pastures, and then Nelson Mandela Bay municipality is left as an empty shell. We're trying to retain our artists, but it is a road that we are embarking on. So we are open to suggestions. I will have a chat with, he says he warned me not to talk to him. So I'll try and find somebody in his team to talk to. Maybe they will also assist us in this path we are getting into of grading our artists. See, yeah, we've got summer season, we've got Splash, we've got other events, and then we will know that if we book that lady who's saying, there's a lady who's got a golden voice there. When I walked in, she was singing. When we want to book her, we must know exactly which bracket she is in, so that we remunerate her as such. Thanks.
This very again. Abanye go grade 1, abanye go grade 2. So, Mandela again, Mike.
Thank you. My name is Mandela. I am a young developing artist, and I also started a YouTube channel just 2 months ago. My question is for Umama. I applied for grants, by the way. I think it was 2 months ago. I just want to ask, how long does it take for grant to actually see you worth of being granted funds? And also, I'm a young developing artist, so does grant dispose people, professional people from the municipality who help these young developing artists just to help during the funds? Thanks.
My name is Ulilanga, and there's a lot of things that I do, but that's not important. And Mnamama, you mentioned something about adverts and newspapers. We sift through a lot of information, and most of this information is definitely, newspapers are things that people just generally don't read, like Asisboni, Asisteni. So for people who are trying to get information coming from the department, there's a now that you can get this information, these grants, is Pumayo. Thank you.
I want to find out, what's the application process itself? Is there an online platform I can apply with, or does it have to be a physical newspaper? And also, when I do get the grants, hypothetically, does the money I receive, does it have to be towards like an organization that I grow, or can it be investing in myself, where, as an example, into social media ads, or self-development, or can it be, does it have to be uplifting someone else instead of myself, or can it be a bit of both?
Hi everyone, I'm Nolitando. I'm not an artist because I can't rap, sing, act or anything, but I manage hip-hop artists. So the guy before me actually asked the question that I wanted to know. The whole system that's a bit outdated, having to go physically to the department to apply for grants, that can be difficult, and accessibility is an issue. Then the other thing is, so I'm from PE, worked in Cape Town, came back to Port Elizabeth, and in Cape Town I saw that the municipality and the government was very hands-on with its artists. So it's not something that I am seeing that is happening here in PE. So I just want to know, do we have programs like Woke took guys like, okay guys, we need to bring this together. But I'm not seeing anything that's coming from the department side to facilitate such things. So do you think we would have things like that in the future? Yes.
Ifuna uqala phakathi uthayix
no, it's only for mom.
Okay, yeah. But we do not say but I show me a mere zalo so she wanted so mama the model. So since Ulapa and then Uzele portfolio ye arts and culture, so I thought Ilando umbuzo wamuza ba relevant kulento namhlanje. So go September ndiye ndaya kufubekho i-auditions e-Opera House, and then I was chosen to go and represent Nelson Mandela Bay Krugersdorp. So I went there, and then also there I was also selected to go and represent South Africa in New York. So kwenzeka lonto, and then now the only thing abayifunayo is the money, and imali lengenayo, because they want 75,000 from us as individuals. So benifuna ukwazi mina si as i-model singenza njani ufumana imali ezinjalo from the arts and culture. And if you want more information, like I can give you more information without you wanting. So,
thank you very much. I'll try and attempt to answer your questions. However, if I have not satisfied you, the offices Zetu are at number 31 Park Drive. That's where you can come, and then we sit and discuss at length what you want to understand. But Firstly, the lady in green, Uti, she's an artist. She has applied. How long does it take? Oh, it does take some time. Ask them. It does take some time because a municipality has a certain way of conducting business. Because as we have the kitty, the 750,000 that I spoke about earlier on, but there are a lot of channels you have to go through to unlock it. First, you apply. We get adjudicators who are not us. And I also want to stress that that 750,000 is not only for musicians. We try and cater for your theater, people who are going to a National Arts Festival who would like some help, visual artists, people who want to set up exhibitions. So we try and split it so that people don't complain that we only focus on music. We try and juggle around and give each creative genre a little piece. So after the adjudication, we write to the Arts and Culture Standing Committee. They give it a nod. It goes to the mayoral. It goes to the full council. So after the full council, yes, ungabanika, then it's another process because you are not a service provider. So we announced that kule financial year, these are the people who have won the grant. Then it's another process. We talk to compliance and supply chain and try and make it possible for you to get your grant. So that is why I emphasized the importance of having your own business. Because if I pay you through him, he's also going to want to get a slice. So in dialogue, I hope I've answered you. And then there was that lady, Ilana. Oh, Lilana Wena. Okay, that's why you're so bright. Because you caught my eye as I walked in, and I was asking myself, she's so familiar in Mazelapi. Yeah. So yeah, can you remind me your question again?
Apart from newspaper.
Oh yes. Nina geni pila generation ye social media. For the last few years, we haven't embarked on that, on social media. But with databases scenario, we do email onke abantu esinabo ki database. City, here scan the advert, city, here it is. But it is still unfortunate that we don't allow applications online. As we are still going to get to that. Maybe in the next 2 years, we will be able to apply online. Okwangoku, sisani sokolisa, you've got to walk, you can get a form. Yes, finish, ufake a proposal. Yeah, it will come to an end, I promise you. But okwangoku, sisani teething stage is nati. We will get there. And then the lady from Cape Town, yes, she wanted to know, Ukubasi, how often do we talk to artists? We try. Between July and August, we went around the clusters of the city. Sizama uncokolane artists for our remuneration policy. She encourage artists but mazize on the registration on our database. We are going to do that again between February and March, go around to artists, talk to them, because we still have an unfinished story, this one of the remuneration, because we want to grade you. So that is our priority, and we are going to engage you. And then also, that is why I am here today. The people who we give grants to, we encourage them to invite us, sizobona what they do, you know, so that Nati, we are able to assist and talk to artists as we do today. So these are the initiatives. Yes, we may not be as visible as you want us to be, but we are trying. Then there's the gentleman who wanted to...
For the money, does it have to be for everyone? Or
yes.
Can I invest myself?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both, because we want to see your personal growth as well. Because when we were going around to the 6 clusters, we were saying to artists, listen, there's a tendency of an artist saying, he would want you to be presentable. Look at Uzakes, he's wearing a suit, he's presentable. So we understand that as an artist, usuka from nowhere, you have this gift of singing, you have this gift of doing theater, performing on stage, but part of that you need to use for yourself. But tell us, be truthful that I got soap. Give us the slip, I got soap, I got myself a pair of chinos because I was going to perform. But it shouldn't only focus on yourself. Grow yourself and grow others as well. Yeah. Then the last Mfana, who has been invited elsewhere. We don't have money for touring ventures. National Arts and Culture, they have a kitty for touring ventures. Because you are not the only one who knock on our doors, Oti. I've been invited to Trinidad, I'm invited to that part of the country, and Namaloa Amba. A year to Imali does not allow that, much as we would like to help. But being in a local sphere of government, on a ward councillor, you've got a ward councillor where you stay. Talk to him, see if Akana Kumaidana. Then there's also the executive mayor. The executive mayor also has a discretionary fund. So knock on those doors and see if they can't help you. Because going to a national government for a touring venture is a long-term thing. So you must go to them now. Maybe your trip is our next year sometime. So those are the dynamics. But you do, we do feel for you, and we do support. Really we do feel proud of a Nelson Mandela person being invited elsewhere. Thanks.
Mark, before sikhulule ma, let me buzo ke bikhe yabuzwa apha. Ngiyakhumbula ke bendikhe ngathi ndizawunikisa amatikiti ebhola. Ma, cela ke ndizawunikisa amatikiti ayi-2 ne. Yeyiphi yona mibuzo mama that you felt that were the most creative, the most impactful, the questions that you feel that people will benefit from that question? So tell us just the 2 questions that you feel were the most creative.
It's about getting biased because I heard her voice. So I'll go for that lady in green. Her question is a question that everyone else would have gained from, yeah. Yes.
It was me.
It's putting me bikona ngoku. Good. Let me give it to a male, Shane. Let me give it to that gentleman who wants to go somewhere.
I'll be Trinidad, yeah, but it's a Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Either you will cheaper or you will super sport. At least to somewhere. Siyabulela ke mawam kule uba uze kule program yethu namhlanje. We're really blessed to have your presence here to inform everyone about the initiatives that the department is working on. As a token of our appreciation, we would like to give you this gift hamper. It has a woke t-shirt inside. Siyabulela kakhulu.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much to Woke and to everyone else. This discussion is very interesting, but unfortunately I've got to go. And as the gentleman mentioned there, I'm soon to disappear and go to the retirement village. Thanks.